Before we go deep into the album, I have a question for you.
Of course, young man.
You have what? 4 albums and 1 mixtape or EP? Was Pilgrim's Paradise? Was it an EP mixtape? Because I know his first official album was Fruitian. Apparently.
Yeah. Okay. Technically, Freedom is low-key a mixtape too, but that's.
It wasn't made as a first official album, no.
Yeah, it means official album, but like.
Okay.
Yeah. But again, the EP that came before also could be an album. It's just he didn't have the fanfare behind him, but you know.
Yeah. So Pilgrim's Paradise, Fruitian, Case Study 01.
Yeah.
Never Enough, and now we got this one, Son of Spergy. Is Daniel Caesar a Canadian legend?
Oh yeah. Welcome to Unwind Listening, guys.
Why so slow?
This is your host, Saturday Assumptions here. Here we're just talking, just give you some like 105 FM type of voicing where it's like just smooth sailing here. Smooth sailing. The weather's pretty good right now. It's like a light 75 degrees. Mary's eating my chicken wings. That's okay.
Hi guys.
Hi.
Welcome to Unwind Listening.
Yeah, where you unwind
and we listen.
Oh my God, guys! Wow.
That's crazy.
Wow. I don't know. Today we're doing a very low voice.
Official
right
catchphrase. He's talking so low today.
Yeah, I don't know why. I'm gonna be so mad when I have to like mix this shit. Yeah, I know, but now it's like we gotta be cool because this album is like this.
That one we talk about, yeah.
Yeah, the album we're talking about today that's giving this vibe of.
It's calm.
Very calming, very spiritual.
Calming album.
If you want to meditate, this is the album for you.
That's true. Yeah. All right, but on some
real shit though. Let's get to it. Even though my voice has not changed pitch at all. Let's get to it, y'all.
We're talking about Daniel Caesar's new album,
Son of Spergy.
Spergy. Spergy or Spergy?
Spergy.
Spergy? Okay.
Hope it's Spergy.
Oh. Okay, before we go deep into the album, I have a question for you.
Of course, young man.
You have what? 4 albums and 1 mixtape or EP? Was Pilgrim's Paradise? Was it an EP mixtape? Because I know his first official album was Fruitian. Apparently.
Yeah. Okay. Technically, Freedom is low-key a mixtape too, but that's.
It wasn't made as a first official album, no.
Yeah, it means official album, but like.
Okay.
Yeah. But again, the EP that came before also could be an album. It's just he didn't have the fanfare behind him, but you know.
Yeah. So Pilgrim's Paradise, Fruitian, Case Study 01.
Yeah.
Never Enough, and now we got this one, Son of Spergy. Is Daniel Caesar a Canadian legend?
Of course.
Or will he be a Canadian legend?
He's already a Canadian legend.
He's already one?
He was Canadian legend off the first project.
Of Fruitian? Or Pilgrim's Paradise? Okay.
I mean, I remember I was a young lad scrolling through, the ethers of SoundCloud. I stumbled upon a song called Streetcar. I said, whoa.
That's the Kanye cover, right?
Yeah, that's the Kanye cover. I was like, wow, what an amazing rendition of Streetcar. I felt so, serene. I felt like I was on a boat and not a car. It was very beautiful, right? And then I heard Show No Regret. I was like, wow, this guy's amazing.
Okay.
And then I heard Death and Taxes, and I related because it was 2015, right?
Yeah.
And I was looking to get my first job, so the Death and Taxes was something I was really like not looking forward to. I was about to like cry about type shit, right? So that song right there, I was like, wow, this is crazy.
That's cool. All right. Well, now this new album, which is quite different.
Different, but feels like a nice continuation of.
But it's in his lane, though.
The world, yeah.
It's in his lane, that's for sure.
Yeah.
And out of first listen, how do you feel about it? First listen.
I think it's absolutely beautiful.
Yeah.
And also, it's like I said, a nice continuation because if we start from Pilgrim's Paradise, even that itself really shows the religious connotation that really, follows Daniel's music, right? That
yes.
Daniel has never shied away from talking about his relationship with God, whether
that's true.
Negative or positive.
That's true.
And how it relates to his family, right? But on this project, it kind of like comes into fruition and culminates even better because you go from Pilgrim's Paradise to Freudian, which are both still very R&B heavy projects, and Case Study 01, where he taps into more of his Jamaican roots with certain songs on there like.
But it was also very much more darker than usual.
Yeah.
Case Study 01, I'm saying.
Case Study darker than usual, and then he gets even darker with Never Enough, right?
That's true.
And Never Enough is like very, very dark. And
the sounding wise, yeah, but subject wise, I think Case Study 1 was even more darker than Never Enough.
But Case Study 1 is kind of like it's growth where it's like he becomes more romantic, like he talks more about more mature relationship topics. Whereas Freudian was very like, oh, I love is beautiful.
Yeah, that's true.
Case Study 1 was like, yo, I'm tired of these hoes, but in a very respectable way, right? So it's just a progression here, and that's what Spergy kind of it culminates in like, if you were to retire this album, I would get it because it's like it sounds like I have fully matured my vision of myself, and now we're at a great spot.
Well, okay. Well, my first listen off the bat was great. I loved it. Did you listen to the singles before that? Because he dropped two singles. He dropped "Have a Baby."
I listened to "Have a Baby."
Have a Baby. He dropped "Call on Me" and "Moon" before the album.
I listened to "Have a Baby" by accident because I usually don't. Like I said, I don't like listening to singles, but I was like, oh, damn, he dropped a project. Let me listen to this real quick. And I was like, wow.
You like "Have a Baby"?
I like "Have a Baby," and I was also surprised into like where he was going, because usually Damn Caesar follows a traditional like single song structure where it's like very like high energy, and this is very much like a lullaby.
Yep.
So,
I listened to the singles. I was afraid when I heard "Call on Me."
Why?
Because I don't like that route from him. That's the more rocky, grungy song on there, which I was like, how's the album gonna sound now? Because I heard that single before, right? And then I heard "Moon," the last single before the album, and I was like, okay, now I'm more prepared for it, I guess.
Shout out to Bon Iver on there.
Shout out to Bon Iver, yeah. And there's a thing about Daniel Caesar. He's always known for his outros.
Yeah.
He has the whole song, which sounds amazing, and then he has an outro of the song that just makes it even more better. Yeah. And "Moon" is an example of this as well.
The outro on Freudian, which is Freudian, that 2-part like beat switch. That's a producer's dream. Can't
exactly.
lie to you.
But yeah, going back to this album, I'm now more listens in. I'm so close to calling this best album now. I'm this close. I'm not saying it's his best yet, because Freudian has a big part of is really important to me.
Yeah.
But I do call it I do think it's better than Case Study 1, and I do think it's also better than Never Enough. For me.
Okay.
And so for now it's second, but I'm close to calling it his best one.
Okay.
But yeah, this album is very
It's heavy.
It's heavy, it's honest, it's very vulnerable.
Very haunting. I feel
haunting
like
as well.
It grabs you from the first song, because it's like
that first song is incredible.
It's so, like I think when I first played it, and you were like, yo, what you think? I was like, yo, this is humbling.
You said that, yeah, and I asked you about it too.
And it's because it feels like going to church.
It is
in a way, but like not in the stereotypical way where it's like going to church, where I feel the presence of God was more like I'm here to let go. It feels like he's almost really letting go of certain things that were holding him back, maybe as a person, has a relationship with the divine and whatnot, that we saw glimpses of in different projects, but it was like very immature in this approach to it.
Yeah.
And now just dedicating this project to his dad, who is a gospel singer, right? It really
his nickname's Spergy too. The Spergy is a nickname. It's part of his own album, if you didn't know.
Yeah, I think it's on
Baby Blue.
Yeah, Baby Blue.
Yeah, Noel Simmons, that's his father singing at the end of the song.
Fucking fire too.
It's amazing too. No, it's great. But this whole album, he did say it. It's a realization that he is just like his father.
Yeah.
Basically, and this whole album is just because he grew up singing with him and everything in the church. But it's also basically, he said, it's like a reconciliation with his father.
Yeah.
But also with
the divine
Heavenly Father as well. That's why it sounds like this.
That's really cool, because I've seen other artists do that. Like recently, Tyler did that with "Like Me" or "Like Him," right? Or I think like certain other artists have done it. Like Kanye does that too. He did that actually recently too, where he never used to speak about his father in his music, and then as he's like gotten older and as his mental health was like deteriorated, he'll be like, "Oh, I am like my dad," and people don't notice that now, but I've seen it as he's progressed as an artist. He's talked about that more and more.
Yeah, he said it too.
But on this project too, you can tell like there's someone who's like coming to grips with their own humanity in a way. It's a very mature album.
But he said it like he did say it was about religion.
Yeah,
but it was also more about his father. and processing his position as a son, basically.
Yeah.
As the son of his father, but the son of God as well.
And starting the album Rain Down with Sampha, first of all,
Sampha was amazing.
Shout out to niggas who can find Sampha. Because God knows I'm looking for him.
That's true. But I like the way, not just Sampha, but every feature on the album, I like the way he used them.
He used them like a choir director.
Basically, right?
It's not a
typical R&B verse that you're gonna hear.
Nah, it's not like, hey, hop on this. It's not. You're gonna be part of the song in a way that it's not about overshadowing or in addition. Like, you're not the parsley. You're part of the actual ingredients of this dish we're making, right? It's about conforming to the idea, and the ideas on these songs are so specific and so like honest, but also like very hard to accomplish on a project as someone who is a mainstream R&B artist, right? Like, this album is not poppy in any sense of the word.
That's what I was about to say. Like, there's no song on that album that's like the pure R&B hits that Daniel Caesar usually gets.
Yeah, like there's no get you on this shit.
Yeah, there's no get you. There's no best part. There's no like cyanide.
Yeah.
There's no like always.
Yeah.
There's none of that on there. And the biggest song that I'm seeing now getting kind of a push is Who Knows. And Who Knows is not like a typical R&B hit.
Yeah. It's like this album also, I love Queso One because it's the album I listened to when I was going back home to Ghana. Mm-hmm. And my favorite song on the project is Complexities.
That's a great song.
And this album sounds like 12 versions of Complexities. Mm-hmm. And the reason why that was my favorite song on the project was like something about the way Daniel writes his longing for acceptance with the people around him is where he's at his best. Like, when he makes those songs, yeah, he's amazing at making like he has
R&B pure hits, pure R&B hits.
Pure R&B hit, he can do that with his eyes closed.
Yeah, he can,
but
for sure.
No, people can't write complexities like he can write complexities. Mm-hmm. And the fact that he was like, let me separate myself and go do what I do best and focus on that, I commend him so much for that, because one, that's a very big risk to take.
Yeah.
And you don't win brownie points with the audience when you're doing something so abstract and very art focused, right? Mm-hmm. But on the flip side, this is his best selling first week album,
which is weird.
Which I think is really weird.
Yeah, because this is his first album on the chart, right?
Yeah, it's in top 10, and I was like, wow. First of all, I didn't know that was his first album on the top 10
of all albums. That's kind of weird.
I thought he was bigger than that, but then again, Daniel Caesar, he's an independent artist as well.
Yeah.
So seeing him achieve that level of success is amazing, but well deserved, because he was also on tour throughout like all of the US, all of Canada.
He did,
selling out huge venues.
I like his tour. The touring he did with all the parks and everywhere in the US.
Yeah.
And Canada.
Oh yeah, the rollout for this.
Yeah, that was good.
Super cool. Like, he came into Montreal as well.
Did you go to Montreal?
No, I was working that day, bro.
Oh, you were working? Yeah. I know he was coming to Parc des Hirondelles, and I was like, you know what? I'm not gonna go. Because if I'm not gonna go all the way there, it's gonna be packed up. And Parc des Hirondelles sometimes is not the best place to be to.
They was like, yo, come to the hood.
I'm not gonna go there. But also, I have to say, Daniel Caesar, you hung out a lot with Mustafa, because it sounds a lot like him as well. Mustafa the poet, him. Here you go. He worked a lot on his last album.
Yeah.
Daniel Caesar worked a lot on Mustafa's last album, and you can see like he's everywhere with him. Mm-hmm. So the vibe that Mustafa gives, Daniel Caesar also took it and put it a lot on this album in his own way.
And I think another
it's great
thing
because
that I like about Daniel Caesar, and he doesn't show up this project, but it's always called Sean Leon. Mm-hmm. And Sean Leon is a Toronto-based rapper, artist, also a creative director, and he has been on almost a lot of Daniel's projects in the past. And he's someone who's very, very focused on the art of it, right? Like, like making the art the most. And he's not on this project, but I could tell that there's a conversation there that they probably had, because Sean Leon talks a lot about fatherhood in himself. That he's like, he was a young father, and talking about fatherhood on this project, I'm like, okay, then sure, like Sean Leon has a part in this as well. Yeah. And I can see in certain aspects, like, that's why I also like this project, where it's like, I can see the growth from the artist in a way that I would never have thought he would go with this. Because in my head, I was always like, Daniel Caesar is so talented, and he's always very middle groundy, in the sense where it's like, you could go full artsy or you could go full pop. Mm-hmm. It's really up to you to decide that. Yes. And I think him canceling himself gave him a freedom to not have to be full poppy.
That's true.
Like, he could really do it, but there's just no benefit, and he reaped the rewards of that.
But yeah, coming back to that album, like Roots of All Evil was a great sounding song. Who Knows? It's heart-wrenching, but it's good.
Touching God.
Yeah. I'm gonna talk about Touching God in a bit. Yeah. Moon, Bon Iver, we talk about it. Great song. The outro was amazing as well. Shout out Bon Iver.
Yep.
Now Touching God. Let's just talk about Touching God a bit because
I want to dick ride Blood Orange right now.
I want to dick ride Yeba. It sounds bad, but I don't care.
She don't even got a dick. That's what's crazy. Just dick ride the air.
Bro, I'm just saying Yeba. I've been following her for at least 10 to 12 years now. Yeah. She was just this gospel singer that we know in the churches. She's an incredible singer, vocalist.
Yeah,
you know her, and I'm happy that Drake gave her some kind of popularity.
There's one thing that light skin man for Toronto go do, go find a random amazing singer, put them on a song
from that interlude. But I've been cheering out for her for a bit, and the PG Morton song as well that she did with him. But Yeba on there, like we said about the features earlier, the way they used it on that song. Did you see how she sounded on that song? Like that little outro before the outro itself, but when it was just the guitar and atmospheric, quiet, not quiet, but just Blood Orange just singing in the back.
Yep.
And they got Yeba just sounding like an angel.
You can't use Yeba better than this.
It's crazy. I was like, I got lost in the song when I listened to it the first time in the car. I remember, and I got hypnotized by the harmony and the riffing that Yeba and Blood Orange did until the very end when they have this little part, but it was enough to just end the song beautifully. And
I also want to commend Daniel for finding Blood Orange.
That's true.
Who also, like Sanford, disappears for years at a time.
By the way, Blood Orange, I liked your album. It sounded actually pretty good.
Oh, Blood Orange is fucking amazing.
I like your album this year that you dropped, and you got the Dancer's feature on it as well, so it makes sense as well that you get him back. But shout out to you, Blood Orange. Your name is fire. I like your name.
I mean, yeah, like. My thing with Blood Orange, I've always loved Blood Orange from Negro Swan. Even though Diddy's all over
the Diddy album.
There's one thing Diddy gonna do is gonna ruin my favorite projects, bro. Like fuck. But Blood Orange is amazing. Like, and I'm a big fan of Blood Orange. I liked it before he changed the name to Blood Orange 2. And it's like, again, using your features not as government mandated verses, but actually as features, as additions to a project.
Yeah, to
like jeez.
Yeah, and from there, like Sign of the Times was a great song again. Emily's song I actually really love. It's a very heartfelt song. It's a very personal song as well, if you remember.
Yeah.
And No More Loving, I liked it. It's not my favorite one. Do you know who 646YF4T is?
No.
No, you don't? I don't know either. But it sounded good still. But I do want to talk about the last song. Sins of the Father. Because I know you said earlier that the intro was like very humbling.
Yeah.
I could say the same thing for the last one here.
Oh yeah, but this is outro man himself.
The outro is, I think, one of the best songs I've heard all year, to be honest. And you know what we talked earlier, that this whole album is basically a realization that he is like his father?
Yeah. Well,
this last song, it's almost like a reconciliation with his father himself and Heavenly Father. But it's also, he reflects, like he has a reflection that he inherited his father forgetfulness. If you remember the last part of that song, like when the beat switch again. And he kind of he feels grateful but also guilty about it.
Yeah.
Which is very hard to put it out there in a song, but he did it in such a beautiful way. Yeah. Again,
like recognizing the flaws of the people who raised you and brought
basically
you to
this world,
But again, I mean, like because I have a lot of the same flaws my dad has, and I didn't know that until I started going. I was like, oh, like that quality, that's not mom, that's you, and I can't get rid of that quality, right? But being honest about it and being like, okay, that's his path to forgiveness. I mean, like seeing it in himself is a really amazing way of just showing that growth, right? Also, I really appreciate Daniel Caesar for making 7-minute songs.
He does it well though,
because no one wants to make 7-minute songs anymore, bro.
But he does it well. It's not just one song; it's multiple songs in one. He did it again on the last song.
Yeah.
And the first part sounded incredible. The choir and those beats. I don't know what instrument in the back was, but everything on that song was perfect. And even the last part where it was just him and the piano, with like this kind of I don't know how to say it, but this filter vocals basically. Like on it was filmed differently. It was recorded differently, and it added up to the whole thing at the end.
Yeah, and that's also one thing I really, really appreciate about Daniel is that he prioritizes production in a way that a lot of people don't really like tap into, because there's certain like there's different like R&B styles right now that are very popping, whereas would be the, I guess, our standard, which would be like the Party Next Door production style of R&B. Then there would be like a variation that would be like the Summer Walker style of R&B. Then it'd be like the Solange style of R&B. Then I would say like maybe the traditional R&B, which would be more like Sir, right? But he's found a way to like cut through all that and deviate his production style to be one very reminiscent of the past of like traditional soul and gospel music, but also using very cool like instrumentation and vocal effects to get the point across in ways that people aren't doing. Like, yeah, you can use a filter and auto-tune, but using it to tell the story and narrative that he's doing is very cool.
Yeah,
like as a producer, I'm like, some great ideas out here.
That's true, but overall, this is just an incredible listen.
Yeah.
Do you have 5 songs on there? You should have.
There's 5 songs on here, but it's like I could name like, okay, Rain Down, Baby Blue, Who Knows, Touching God, Sins of the Father, right? But at the same time, it could be interchangeable, because this album is very painterly, where it's like this feels like one big piece, and it's 52 minutes long. So again, perfect sweet spot area, not too long, not too short. 12 tracks. Go ahead.
But I got Rain Down, Rain Down, Moon, Touching God.
Yo, I really love Have a Baby With Me too. That shit's fire.
Emily's Song and Sins of the Father. Yeah, that's my top 5. But overall, like I say, it's weird that this is his first album to chart in the top 10, but it's great.
Yeah.
But overall, it's one of the best I've heard all year, to be honest.
Art wins.
And it's also a great listen at night. If you drive with this, be careful, don't do any accident, but you get lost in the music with
don't drink and drive, guys.
But let us know, because man, I'm still there's so much to say about the album, but
again, I could really go into depth and just like break down every song by song, but that ruins the journey of discovery that we really want everybody to really go.
Well, overall,
listen.
We do think that he's official albums, he's 4 for 4 right now.
Yeah,
and it's hard to do so.
And again, we talked earlier this year about the Give You On album, and again, I find so funny these songs, both these albums in the same genre, because they feel so far from each other.
Yeah.
But still masterful works in there in itself. And then we'd like even like think of the different styles. Like he has his certain style now. Give You On has his certain style now. Leon Thomas has his certain style now. It wouldn't be an episode if I didn't mention Leon Thomas. That's on purpose, by the way. But right. And then like fucking The Weeknd has his own style now. And like these are all people who are technically in the same genre, but it shows that this year has been a really, really great year for R&B, for the progression genre, and for just showing that, hey, like there's so much good shit out here.
It is. And you guys should listen to them more, because we're giving you game right now. I mean, this is big enough, so you should know about it already.
If you don't know about Daniel Caesar, then I don't know where you've been, man.
But Daniel Caesar, basically, for us Canadians, you're up there.
Top 5.
For this generation, you're up there. I do think that I know you had a lot of things outside of music, obviously.
Yeah. But you're going to be rich forever, bro. It's cool. Like, you got your Justin Bieber song. You got your wedding song.
That's true.
You're never going to be broke.
But nonetheless, this album is an incredible piece. Very impressed.
Yeah.
Very calming, very touching, very humbling.
Yeah. Hope you win a Juno for this. You probably will.
Hopefully you get something out of it, to be honest. Because and you guys let us know what you think about this album.
Yeah. I also look forward to where you'd go after this, because this feels like a finality album.
It's true.
Like, if you want to go full on pop, do it. Just do it. I want to see. I'll be funny.
That's true. And let us guys know. Let us guys know if you guys like that album. Do you guys think Daniel Caesar is a Canadian legend?
Yeah.
If you do or not, that's your own decision. Overall, this. Keep on listening to this. To be honest, we did unwind to that a lot actually.
Yeah. We did unwind. We did listen. Thank you for coming to our Unwind Listening, where you unwind
and we listen.
Yeah, man. Bye.
Thank you.